in the state of Washington who wants to do in-person learning can do so, at least part-time. The change is part of an effort by the state to address concerns about students' mental health during the pandemic. Emily Goodell has the latest on those efforts.
Last month, Governor Jay Inslee signed a proclamation requiring all Washington state schools to offer some kind of in-person learning opportunity for all students by April 19th. Most schools are sticking to hybrid learning, part remote and part in-person instruction.
It means not every student every day, all day. It means all students the opportunity to do some in-person learning. Nothing is going to change about the safety protocols like that will maintain the safety for staff and students as this ramps up.
Officials say the push to get students back in school stems from how students' mental health has suffered during the pandemic.
This is a time that they're thinking about their life ahead of them and their hopes and their ideas, and just not being able to go to school and connect with their friends and have that social development connection that they've had. It makes it so hard for them to think of hope, of possibility. And that's just difficult for children to manage. And so this mental health crisis is a real and present danger to a whole generation.
Part of that danger includes the increased number of suicide attempts among young people during the pandemic.
There's vast numbers of children out there who are suffering, who are not being seen, who haven't risen to that visibility level.
Officials hope giving students access to their teachers and peers will help their mental health. The state also plans to use one-time federal pandemic relief funds from the American Rescue Plan Act to address the student mental health crisis.
There's $2.6 billion coming into the state just specifically for K-12 to continue the mitigation strategies on health and safety, but to really dive into mental health.
Goodell says schools will submit plans to the state on how they will use the funds to identify vulnerable students and help them.
A return to school is not a total catch-all to these challenges, but this return is unequivocally part of the solution for so many younger Washingtonians.
Emily Goodell, Cap KVUE, local news.
Thank you, Emily. Well, details are still limited on the state's plans for that federal funding, but we'll, of course, keep you updated as we learn more on YakTriNews.com.